In business, there's often talk about bad deals. Situations where one party feels cheated or even exploited. But the truth is, most bad deals are not inherently bad. Eh? They are the result of ignorance, desperation, or even lack of awareness. You know, business is a game of knowledge, timing, and leverage. eh? So, when one party doesn't understand their value or even the dynamics at play, then they become vulnerable to manipulation. You know, in essence, deals don't fail people. It is people who fail to prepare for deals. Uh, a deal, by definition, is an exchange of value. Each side agrees to something based on what they believe it's worth. Uh, when someone calls a deal bad, it usually means they entered it without enough understanding, eh, without negotiation power, or even emotional balance. You know, desperation clouds judgment. It makes you say yes too quickly, overlook red flags, or even undervalue yourself. Eh? Ignorance compounds the problem by making you unaware of what you could have negotiated better. You know, in business, information is currency. The more you know, the less you can be taken advantage of. The less you know, the more leverage you hand over. Eh? And that is why experienced entrepreneurs emphasize on education, patience, and discernment over greed. Eh? Every so-called bad deal is either a lesson in patience or a tuition fee for wisdom. You know, psychologically, desperation activates survival instincts, which impair rational decision making. When you operate from fear, fear of losing an opportunity, fear of missing out, or even failing, then you make emotional deals, not strategic ones. You know, ignorance, on the other hand, stems from lack of self-awareness or preparation. Uh, People who rush into agreements without due diligence often seek immediate relief rather than long-term gain. You know, those who take advantage of them simply recognizes the imbalance and exploit it. Accountability, therefore, means not blaming others but asking, where did I fail to prepare or understand? You know, spiritually, every deal reflects energetic alignment. Eh? When you act from scarcity or fear, then you attract experiences that mirror that frequency, often in the form of loss or even deception. But these are not punishments. They are lessons in self-worth and awareness. You know, the universe doesn't allow you to keep what you acquire from desperation. You know, it allows you to learn from it so that you can operate from wisdom next time. Eh? In short, there are no bad deals, only unprepared participants. Eh? Every transaction is a mirror of your awareness and state of being. When you replace desperation with knowledge and ignorance with clarity, then you stop being exploited and you start negotiating from power. You know, my people, heal. Huh? Heal.